Hey guys, it's Ty's Minecraft 360 here, and welcome to a new kind of series, just kind of a thing I thought of to do. Had an idea for a YouTube series, and it's vintage vintage Nerf gun reviews. Sounds very similar to retro game reviews, but this is completely different. It's Nerf guns. I've never done Nerf guns on this channel before, but now I am. So, and today we are going to be doing the Nerf Recon cs-6. This was my very first Nerf blaster. I am missing a piece from the set. And it's a little flip-up sight that you put on here that would flip up and a little adjustable. If you know what the Recon is, then you know what it is. It has, so we'll start with just the overall function of this blaster. So you have your stock here, you shoulder it like that, obviously. It has a little flip-up sight on the front, so you can aim with that, pew pew. And hence the name CS-6. CS standing for clip system, 6 standing for the 6 dart magazine, almost like clip magazine that it comes with. This is the original magazine. So what you do is you pull this back, push it forwards, aim, and you fire. This is part of the original N-Strike series, not N-Strike Elite. Here's some just N-Strike Elite blasters, just some small ones. There is an Elite version of this called the Retaliator. I do happen to have that blaster, but not with me. Here's some N-Strike Elite stuff. This is the N-Strike Elite Fire Strike. It's the Elite version of the Night Finder, which I will do in a later video. You just pull it back like that, and then you aim, has a little laser, and then fire. And then you can just put it away. Has 2 dart storage down here, 1 there, and a little trigger down here, your little laser. So, and it's just a red LED, so it's not actually doing anything. And then this is the triad. You just pull that down, pow, pow, pow. But we're not here to talk about this. We're here to talk about this. Now on to at the time, this was the most customizable blaster you could get at the time. Now we'll go over all the accessories. First, most basic, the stock. This people don't like the stock for one main reason of it being flimsy. I don't know if you can see that, but you definitely will whenever I put this back on and try to shoulder it with extreme pressure. Yes, extreme pressure. You can see that that's flexing right there. And that's not me going like this. This is the stock flexing on my body. But obviously I'm not going to ruin my stock because I actually like this stock as I use it for my Strife lots of times. So next, oh wait, one last, I almost forgot. This can hold a magazine. Let me go get a spare, an extra magazine. Alright, I'm back and I got one of my spare N-Strike, not N-Strike Elite, N-Strike magazines, because this one can stay in here, but this is not original to this. I got this from another gun that I got on eBay, but that can clip in like that, and then you can put it on here, so you can have that in your stock, so you can pow, pow, pow. Oh crap, I'm out of darts. And you just get out your new magazine, shove it in there, and keep going. So don't need you anymore. So yeah, and then the little flip-up sight that I said that went on top of here, you would slide that onto here, and then what you would do is that we'd flip it up and you could adjust it, and it was just this circle with a hole in the, like a little tiny hole in the middle. I lost it, and I probably wouldn't use it anyway, so yeah. And the way you remove the stock is that there's a little lever here, you push that down and you pull it out. And while we're back in this area, right here there's a prime indicator. As you can see, it's just black. Now you can see that it's orange, and then when I pull the trigger, it goes away. And actually, this part here is literally just the part of the plunger tube sticking out into the blaster because the way this is works. Okay, let me quickly explain the plunger systems. This is your basic N-Strike Elite blaster. There are a couple, very few, but a couple N-Strike blasters that use this system, like the Nightfinder. This is a direct plunger system. This is the plunger rod, and there's a plunger tube. And whenever you pull that back, and then you pull the trigger, that's a direct airflow to the barrel. Let me take off the barrel real quick. But how reverse plunger works is, okay, here's one plunger tube, and here's another plunger tube on top of each other. There's a spring behind one plunger tube. When you pull this back, that's pulling this back. Of course, these are two big tubes. And then you have a compressed spring in the back. Then when you pull the trigger, releasing the catch, which is when you pull the trigger, that pushes forward. So, you have one tube, and you have a bigger tube. The air that compresses all the way in the back of the tube has to slam forward and then make it all the way through until it makes it into the barrel, giving your airflow shooting out your dart. They ditched this with the N-Strike Elite because it was not a very effective system. This shoots way farther than this, and for two reasons. One, I just explained the plunger systems and the darts. This is a basic streamlined dart, which goes in here. And so let me just give you a little firing demonstration. Here's a streamlined dart. Stick it in the magazine as shown. Stick it in, close it. With some of these old darts, you gotta make sure it's seated in there correctly, and then fire your dart. And how you take out your magazine, you pull this back, and there's tabs on both sides, so you can be right-handed or left-handed, whichever. You pull that back, and then out comes your magazine. Some you can just literally just go like this and let gravity take it, but then there's other guns where it does not. This gun does. Actually, might be just that magazine. Nope, it's the blaster. But so that is the basics of this blaster. Oh yeah, and it has dart storage in the handle where you can put a dart in. Let's go with this one. Just put in a dart. And why not shoot it for funsies? And here's just a quick way. Prime it, shove it in the barrel, and shoot it. And now onto the barrel. This is just a standard barrel. You got your flip up sight here. So you can just flip that up. This is basically the same as a Retaliator barrel. Except if you look inside, you can't really see it on video, but there's no rifling, like spiral lines in it. It's just straight lines. And got tactical rail on the top, tactical rail on the bottom. There's your N-Strike thing there, which corresponds with this here. And then here we got hole, which corresponds with that. It's pretty simple stuff. And the last thing is the red dot laser. This can turn it on, that little laser there. And if you look closely on this, it's on this side. It says red dot. Can you see that? It says red dot, and then on this side it says tactical light. Right now, if I point this at the wall, it's white. I can see a dot, and if I pull this out, where it's like that, instead of this, it's like that. I always thought that you could like adjust this the way you want it, but I never really realized that those were there. But then if you turn that on, it pretty much turns itself into like a flashlight. Not a very effective one at that, but now, a quick review of, actually wait a minute. Okay, well, here's a streamline dart. Now, one thing about streamlines is that they won't work in any of the, most of the newer guns. They'll work in some of the, all the magazine guns, but they won't work in most blasters such as this, because of the way it's internally designed. There's a little peg inside this area, and it's a lot larger than your Elite dart. I do not have one because this is not N-Strike Elite reviews. This is Vintage reviews, which is N-Strike. This is N-Strike Elite. These are not designed for this. They never were. And just as a quick note, I'm going to go over all the ammo types that I have that you could get at the time. So I just went over your streamline dart. You have your sticky dart, which this will work in any front loader. As I said, the streamlines will not work in your, okay, but not very well. It will not work in your modern pistols. But this, on the other hand, will work. Get that down. Alright. But, yeah, that's the suction cup dart. And then I have two kinds of this dart. The dart tag style darts. These will, again, work in your N-Strike Elite pistol blasters. But they will not work in your magazine type blasters because the tips are so large. So, and the one ammo type that I'm missing here, I did get a Nerf gun off of eBay last night, which is coming with this type of ammunition. It's the Whistler / Screamer dart. It's very similar to the Tagger darts, but they have big black tips on them that that have little holes in them. So do these. Let's see if you see that. See the little hole in there? It's a big hole. It has holes on both sides, I believe, and whenever you fire it, it goes pew! So hence the name Whistler dart. They whistle. The modern Mega darts do whistle. A lot of normal Nerf darts do not whistle, but and by the way, the Nerf gun that I got off of eBay is the Nerf N-Strike Barricade, so look out for that video soon. And also, very soon I'm going to be getting a Maverick, so look forward to that. In the next video, we are going to be covering the Nerf N-Strike Barrel Break, which is a shotgun pistol, which that will be the next video. So, that concludes the first video of Vintage Nerf reviews. Thank you for watching, and bye.